Hey, what's happening? So in this video, I've turned a few knobs. This is actually the original one that I was trying to match. And we're gonna put a finish on this with a CA glue, super glue, cyanoacrylate, right? So yeah, let's get going. Now, I need to give a proper shout out to my buddy, David Bedrosian. You can find him on Instagram at Bedrosian Woodworks. He's the one that walked me through this process. This entire process is his. And it is fantastic. So just wanted to be clear, this and one more time will be twice that I've done this. He walked me through the process. It's pretty easy. It's a quick finish, and it's probably the fastest finish that you can apply.
Speaking of finishes, this is from Starbond. They sent this to me, and this is what we're going to be using today. And as per David's instructions, I got some white paper towel, shop towels, lint-free, and cut them up into 1-inch squares. You're going to need a bunch of these, so just get them ready.
All right, to start, I have sanded this all the way up to 800 grit. I've blown it off with compressed air. Then I used acetone to clean that. Let that flash off. It evaporates really quickly. Give it another blast of air if you want. And then just make sure that it is clean and lint-free. Little squares. These are shop towels. Now I have two types of shop towels, and I noticed that one of them, when I tear it with a strong light behind it, I can see little fibers. You want something as lint-free as possible. Lint-free, okay? Then our finish, we're gonna start with this thin. This is Starbond brand, but I'm sure they're all comparable. And then we're gonna use a medium as well. And then we have some accelerator, yeah? Rubber gloves, and you probably already know super glue has some really strong fumes, so if you have a fan, you might try that. Okay, simply fold one of these little squares. Now the trick here is to put this glue on, and when we go to apply it, we need to get it on there as quick as possible, but we want to spread it out as much as possible as well. But we can't linger too long because the paper towel will adhere. It'll make a mess, so keep that in mind.
So yeah, slower speed on your lathe or even a drill press, slower speed, less friction, less heat, and a little bit better cure time. Now, David had a great suggestion about using an aerosol rather than a pump for the accelerator. It'll produce a much finer, consistent spray pattern. All right, yakety yak, let's get going. So here I'm just putting a little bit on the corner of some paper towel. Rub it in, work it into the grain really well, and that's it. Can't mess around too much. A little blast of accelerator or activator, and that is it, man.
How cool is that? One coat and it's already looking good. We're gonna do about 8 coats of this thin stuff. So the goal here is to build the finish, and it tacks over, well, it dries immediately, as you probably already know, with the accelerator. And he says that he only uses this every 2 or 3 times. We'll see how it goes. But the goal is to fill any of the pores. This is a really well-behaved wood. This is camphor, and it's not really porous, pretty tight grained, so it's going to work well. All right, let's keep going.
Well, what I should say is, all woods are porous, but some are tighter than others. Some are more dense, and they'll absorb that super glue differently. Now, David had a really awesome suggestion, and I didn't do it here, but if you use magnification, you'd be able to see any of these little areas where the super glue soaks in, and it leaves a little pocket. All those areas need filled in, and that's the reason we're doing multiple coats. Up to about 8 coats on this particular type of wood. Some may require more. I would assume that something hard and dense and tight grained like maple would require less. So it's going to take a little bit of experimenting.
That is looking really good. You could probably go to maybe 1,000 or 1,200 grit. I see some really fine scratches, but truly for what this is, it's a knob on my workbench. Won't matter one bit. I just want a durable finish. Something that's quick and easy. It builds quick and fast, right? So we're going to switch to medium and we'll do the same process.
The viscosity, or the thickness I should say, of this medium CA glue it's notably different than the thin, and so it will require, fewer coats than the thinner stuff. All right, this is sped up 400%. Same as before. Get the finish on quickly and douse it with accelerator. And I believe I did 2 heavy coats of the medium.
That medium is going to give it the build rather quickly, of course. That looks pretty good. And now we're going to sand it back. Knock off any high spots. There's some little areas that maybe are sticking with the paper towel. Any of that we'll take care of with some. I think I'll use 1,000 grit, maybe 1,200.
And once I started, I realized that was a little bit too fine, and I went with 600 grit. Notice how I cut this sandpaper with a slight convex arc, and that way when it bends, it gets right in that little nook, right on that little shoulder. That way the sandpaper doesn't drift onto that corner, and it stays nice and crisp. Now this section of the video is sped up again, but it looks like it's turning really slow. And for sanding, you could probably turn your lathe speed up a little bit. I'm not sure at what point. Too fast of a speed would cause it to heat and maybe turn gummy. I'm not sure if that would happen. I just think it might. So be aware of that. Probably a medium speed to sand, and of course a slower speed to apply the finish.
So that's looking pretty good. You can still see some shiny spots. Those are obviously low spots. We need to keep going till it's completely uniform. We're not sanding the finish off. We're just sanding the high spots off from the super glue. Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, this is the first time I've done this, so I don't want, or will tolerate any negative or rude comments. If I'm doing something wrong, just share so we can all learn, right? That's how this should work. So if you were turning a wine bottle stopper or a pen or something that really counted and you wanted that finish to look perfect, then of course the wood would need sanded to where it was flawless and 0 scratches. But for what this is, it's going to be fantastic. All right, this is awesome. After I get everything sanded, I blasted it with some air, and then I went ahead and used some good-natured alcohol, denatured alcohol, to remove any dust. And then we can do one final coat. One more blast of air to get that to flash off, and we're ready.
That looks really good. Lint or something right there. But yeah, that'll work. So the final thing we're going to do is back to the thin stuff. And we'll do a couple of coats. Same process.
What I really like about this finish is how easy, simple, and fast it is to apply, how quickly it dries, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty durable finish.
You know what? Might be able to stop right there. That looks good.
Now, David, he buffs his. He'll take, a buffing wheel and some Triple E and white diamond paste, I believe, and some carnauba wax, and just makes it beautiful and shiny. But for what this is, I didn't want to go through that process. Maybe one of these times I do another project, I'll go through that process.
Well, what do you think of that? Looks good, huh? The wet look. Yeah, man, it's gonna work. I'll cut that loose and we're done. Fabulous.
This was a really cool process. I learned a lot. Next time my results will come out even better, and that's what it's all about. We're always learning, yeah? Now I get it. There's a few scratches here and there, but not bad for my first time. A high gloss really demands perfect sanding. Anyway, for what it's going to be on my workbench, it's going to be fine. And here I am tightening the knobs in place. I've been using this for a while now. I absolutely love the location of the knobs. It's ergonomic. It spins easily and forever. And as always, thanks a ton for watching. Remember to click, like, subscribe, learn.